Following a full November and a holiday week now, we're following up with Congresswoman Cammack. She's reelected to the U.S. House in a red wave for Florida.
From now until swearing in on January 3rd, we're going to be working really hard to get the entire conference on the same page, moving forward in a productive way.
Plus, Cammack describes the impact of the new VA clinic in Clay County. Plus, we're looking ahead to Giving Tuesday, touching thousands of lives in Nicaragua. And we'll talk about how song stepped in during a family's darkest moments. Two nonprofit efforts to consider and the impact their missions make on This Week in Jacksonville. And I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And on this holiday week, we still have a great show for you. We begin with Congresswoman Cammack. The U.S. representative told me in an interview this week, while it began 7 years ago, finally, a VA clinic in Clay County is up and running and now honoring a hometown hero.
We did something a little bit unique. We called in some help from Chris Chambliss, who is the Clay County Supervisor of Elections, and he helped us facilitate a county-wide election where people could nominate hometown heroes, and there was an actual vote, an election. And at the end, Miss Tina Baker, who is the widow of Andrew K. Baker, he was the overwhelming winner. And so with this acknowledgement, this passage of this legislation, HR 1960, we now will officially designate the Middleburg VA Clinic as the Andrew K. Baker VA Clinic.
Is there a timeline on when people start getting services there, or are they already able to access care at the VA clinic?
The clinic's been open for a little over a year now. And believe it or not, they're already at capacity. And this is quite a departure from just a couple years ago when the VA was telling us that there really wasn't a need. But because we know Clay County, we know the area, we knew how many veterans needed those services. So we have not only started pushing for expanded footprint and reducing the wait times, but again, just constantly coming back to this is about serving our hometown heroes. So naming the clinic after one is important. And there's little special touches about this entire process. For example, HR 1960, we purposely went after getting HR 1960 because 1960 was Andrew's birth year. When we talked to Tina, she really gave us the backstory of not just his service. He spent 17 years in the Navy, but what he did as a father and a husband. He was an avid angler and, was in charge of his son's Cub Scouts. And, he was always out on Black Creek, fishing. And, he was all about Clay County. And so when we think about he's not only a hometown hero, but he changed and saved lives for the future. It's really significant. The Navy, after his death, they went through and reviewed the entire incident and the training protocols related to night vision because his death was due in part to a failure of night vision training. And so looking back now, we can say that it was never in vain. His service continues to live on both in name and in action. So it's a pretty exciting and big day for Clay County.
Let me shift topics to what we've seen over the course of the month of November. Midterm elections, obviously lots of success for Republicans in Florida, maybe not nationally when it comes to those Senate races, but Republicans have taken the majority in the House of Representatives that you're part of. How does this change things? How does this influence what you're going to be trying to accomplish in these next 2 years?
I think across the board, Americans were sick and tired of the, one party Democrat rule, which was pushing us towards this very progressive liberal ideology that was rooted more in virtue signaling than anything else. And so what we're going to see moving forward is getting back to the kitchen table issues that people that I talk to are concerned about. Things like bringing down the price of gas, getting inflation under control, securing the border, firing 87,000 IRS agents that never should have been funded in the first place, getting the spending under control. There's so many things that we have to do to really right the ship. And so this is the first step of many. Even though we don't have the Senate, we do have the House. And we're going to work extremely hard to make sure that we're all on the same page. So from now until swearing in on January 3rd, we're going to be working really hard to get the entire conference on the same page, moving forward in a productive way. And there's going to be some bipartisan legislation that comes forward, things dealing with opioids and addiction. But, we can't really begin to deal with that issue until we deal with the source, which is coming through the southwest border. So border security is a huge issue that I think you might actually see some bipartisan work done on. But no matter what happens at the end of the day, I think people are going to see something that they haven't seen in a long time, and that's accountability. We are going to go after those that have absolutely subverted the rule of law. We're going to be digging into the investigations that have been kind of on hold for a long time. Origins of COVID, really understanding what Fauci knew, what the directives were. We're going to dig into big tech and the censorship that has occurred there and really, really harmed communities, people, and potentially elections. We're going to be digging into Hunter Biden. We're going to be digging into a litany of different things. And for the first time in a long time, you're going to see Washington held accountable.
A week after the midterm election, there was a big announcement by a notable Republican. Former President Trump says he's running again. Where do you stand in terms of supporting that? And what if that turns out to be President Trump against Governor Ron DeSantis, very popular with Republicans nationwide and certainly in Florida?
See, and Kent, the best part about living in Florida is that there is no shortage of talent. So I'm pretty blessed that no matter what, the next president of the United States will be a Floridian. And so I'm excited. I'm really excited about what the future holds. I think that the discussions that we're having, really putting forward the best candidates, that's a process that's going to play out over the next couple of years. But no matter what, we still have work to do in the meantime. And that's why I think getting back to Congress in January, getting the work done, like setting the stage for what will be, I think, a turning point in American history. I think that's what people are focused on. We just have so much craziness, and a lot of folks, especially going into the holiday season, they're hurting. And if we don't deal with the situations that are right in front of us, we won't be in a good position come 24. So I'm looking forward to that presidential election around the corner, but there's a lot of work to do in the meantime.
Florida Senators Marco Rubio and Rick Scott also sponsored the legislation to name that VA clinic after Chief Petty Officer Baker. All right, so Giving Tuesday, it's 2 days away. We shift our focus from politics to meeting the practical needs of children. A St. Augustine-based nonprofits work to feed and educate thousands of children. That's next on This Week in Jacksonville.
A new kind of superfood? Hardee's new Super Bacon Biscuit has twice the bacon and is available till noon on the weekends.
The universe provides.
Bite into the new Super Bacon Biscuit, only at Hardee's.
Enter the magical world of childlike imagination during the 50th anniversary of the First Coast Nutcracker with the Jacksonville Symphony, December 16th, 17th, and 18th. The area's only performance with a live symphony orchestra. Go to jacksymphony.org to get your tickets today.
Sometimes we hear things like, what does being a local law firm have to do with me and my situation? Being local means we are dedicated to making this community better. We give back to local charities and causes because we care about helping people. We aren't looking for the next office to open or state to go into, or being so big that we don't know our clients or our community. We hear from our clients that hire us that they feel good that we give back to the community. And we'll always continue to support the people and causes that make this area great.
Where can you get holiday ready and host the entire family ready? Lowe's, actually. Black Friday is here. Get our best deals on everything for the season while you can.
Consult a nurse. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free. HCA Florida Healthcare.
It's the most wonderful time to update your home and welcome the holiday season in style. Get incredible savings on all Stickley furniture for every room during our holiday sale.
Furniture Mart, endless possibilities.
Soak in the holiday spirit during SeaWorld Orlando's Christmas celebration, where the wonders of the sea meet the joy of Christmas. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and annual passes during our Cyber Monday sale.
Big news. We're all morning people now. Nope, you're not less lazy. Hardee's now serves super sausage biscuits anytime before noon on weekends.
What?
Again?
Bite into the new, meaty Super Sausage Biscuit, only at Hardee's.
News 4 Jax, once again your #1 choice for local news every day. Stories helping you keep your family safe.
Code words that teens and drug dealers use. Go ahead and talk with your healthcare provider.
And save you money.
Could save you hundreds of dollars.
You don't miss any of the deep discounts.
And when Nicole hit, more of you trusted the weather authority than any other local station.
We're not done yet, folks. We are not done yet.
Flooding is continuing.
Thank you for starting and ending your day
with the team you know and trust.
You're watching This Week in Jacksonville with Kent Justice.
And we're turning our focus for the rest of our show from politics to philanthropy. Giving Tuesday, it's 2 days away. Nathan Pendleton is joining me now to talk about a nonprofit that he founded called Deeply Rooted Grounds. And Nate, I love what you're doing. Maybe explain the mission and what's happening right now.
Yeah, so our primary mission is really simple, and it's just to help poor people. And we do that through multi-level community-based projects, primarily through dream centers is what we call them. And through those centers, we're feeding and educating kids that are living in extreme poverty. Just an example, most of the communities we work in, the average malnutrition rate is around 30%. So you look at that and the conditions they live in, the dirt floors, the shacks. I mean, some of their walls of their houses are made out of plastic, and it's just really a blessing to do what we do and to be able to reach out and help kids living in extreme poverty.
So these kids living in extreme poverty are in Nicaragua. How did you get connected there? And this, we said St. Augustine based, but that's where the work is being done, right?
Yeah. So I was living here in St. Augustine and had a friend that adopted 2 kids and went on a mission trip. And during that trip, just God put on my heart to come back and help poor people. And so I came back and came home from that trip and was changed and founded Deeply Rooted Grounds in February 2015, and then moved down there just a few months later with Mom as my only donor, a backpack and 2 duffel bags. And
that's
just
going on faith.
Just purely faith, and just moved down there and try to help people. And we started a feeding program in the actual neighborhood where my wife grew up, because she grew up very, very poor. She's Nicaraguan.
I want to show some pictures of Nate and his wife, his family, while we keep talking about this. And this is your son, right?
Yeah, so this is Isaac. And he had a traumatic birth when he was born, and has cerebral palsy. And so we've been working through that with him. You know, he's about to turn 5 years old in February. He's a Valentine's Day baby. But through that, God's also burdened our heart to work with kids with special needs. And so we opened a center called Miracle House. And so now we have a full physical therapy program for kids with disabilities, have almost 30 kids enrolled in that program that are receiving physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy 3 days a week.
So you said initially it's, hey, the poverty, and so kids don't have enough to eat. How are you meeting that need now? Because I read on your website some 9,000 children are being fed, right?
Yeah, so
Every day, right?
Yeah, so we have a network of feeding programs, and it's all through local community leaders, pastors through their churches, and they come in once a month and we distribute the food to them, and we are able to empower the local leaders in their own communities in these villages all throughout northern Nicaragua to feed and reach out and help those kids in their own community, and just empowering them to step forward and be the help that's needed and bring the change in the community that's needed.
It's got to be life-giving to them, but giving energy and life to you when you see these faces, these smiling faces, and knowing that they get to eat a real meal today. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's huge motivation when these kids look at you and smile. And we always say, you know, love's got to look like something. You know, it's one thing to say, you know, we love you, Jesus loves you, but to kids that are starving and don't even have a simple meal to eat, it's got to look like something. And so putting a plate of food in their hands and being able to love on them in that way, and just reach out to them and give them hope for a better future, just starting with one plate of food at a time.
So I know that we're running out of time here. I want to make sure that people know how to connect with you. So website we'll put up here, and this is your individual organization's website here. It's deeplyrootedgrounds.org. .org. All right, so you can find more information there. And then just wrap us up. We've dealt with hurricanes here in Florida, but they've affected you guys in Nicaragua too.
Yeah, so we've had 3 major hurricanes in the last 2 years. 2 years ago, we had 2 Category 4s back to back. And if you can imagine what it's like going through a hurricane, living in a shack, dirt floors, side of the mountain where just mud's running down and through your house. And it's really, really, made tough conditions even tougher, and we try to help out by building houses when we can. When we have the funding, we can build a house for $6,000, and that puts concrete floors underneath their feet and in good, safe conditions to live in, and just makes a huge impact to the family and the overall health of the family as well.
Yeah, important work there. And so as we go into Giving Tuesday, again, I want to give you a chance to know how you can be involved here. Nathan Pendleton, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
All right. So another way you can be ready for Giving Tuesday. After the break, an introduction to Song a Minute Man and his son on This Week in Jacksonville.
We know y'all can cook real good, but sometimes the fam just wants Popeyes for dinner. And since our 10-piece box packs lots of our juicy mixed signature chicken everyone can enjoy, you want in too. Get it only at Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
It's everything you want in a sofa, and so much more. Yeah, it's an obsession. We're Designer Looks Furniture, and we're obsessed with making sure everyone can kick back on reclining sofas that look like this, at a price that's as comfortable as this. How's that feel?
We're Designer Looks, designer furniture without the designer prices. Available at American Signature Furniture.
This is a surprise. Thank you.
Mom, I never got to tell you yesterday what I'm thankful for.
Sweetheart.
People often ask me, how much do I have to pay you up front to be my lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. Personal injury, car crash, slip and fall, free unless we win. We never take a fee unless we win your case. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
With everything you have on your plate, earning your degree online seems impossible. But at Grand Canyon University, we specialize in helping you fit a master's degree in nursing into your busy day. Achieve your goals with a plan and team behind you. Balance online coursework and in-person, local clinical, practicum, or immersion hours as you work towards graduation while leaving room for what matters. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Black Friday at Bears Furniture is extended with more scorching doorbusters to kick off this holiday season in style. Save 70% on this plush 100% genuine leather sofa while supplies last. A tropical queen bed, only $797. Plus, final days to save 10% on Tommy Bahama, our best-selling brand. Zero interest financing available to get your home holiday ready now. Black Friday is extended through Sunday. Where? Bears.
You're watching This Week in Jacksonville on Channel 4.
And we are seriously having some fun in this final segment. That's because of the son who found music was the key to helping his father, who has a serious illness.
And the shark bait as such teeth did, and it shows them pearly white, just a jackknife as old Mac Heath, babe, and it keeps it out of sight.
All right, that's Simon McDowell driving with his father, Teddy Mack, affectionately known as the Song a Minute Man. A series of spontaneous videos like this turned into a viral video sensation and then a new album to give back. I spoke with Simon this week about the continuing creativity of bringing awareness to Alzheimer's disease and raising money to find a cure.
Dad has been a singer all through his life, but in 2011 or 13, he got diagnosed with dementia, but he became really aggressive. I mean, we had like years of Dad's. It was just, it turned into this really abusive man. So long story short, as a way of calming him down, I just got him into the car and just drove around for hours. Just so my mum would have a break from the violence at home. One time I had his music with me and we just put the records on and he started singing and he was back to his normal self. And his personality completely changed. So every time he started getting aggressive, I'd get him in the car and we'd drive around for hours with the music on. And that's how it all started, really. And I filmed them one day I filmed it and put it on the internet and my friends started to share that video. And I thought, well, if they're sharing it, I'll put a link to a fundraising page and try and raise some money. And it just went viral, went completely viral overnight, really.
Your dad's background is as a singer. Did he do that throughout his life?
Yeah, I mean, Dad worked in factories and this, but I mean, like I say, he's worked in factories all his life, but in the evenings he went down to the local club and he was singing. He sang since he was 16. So he used to work at holiday camps in his 30s, which was a holiday camp called the Butlins. He was a redcoat. So Dad's passion has always been singing. It's like I say, I always say Dad's a singer. First and foremost, you know, and he's a good singer. I'm not just saying it because he's my dad. He's a great singer. And he was kind of like, I think when he was like 16, he got invited down to London to appear on something like Opportunity Knocks or something like that, but they couldn't afford the insurance or something. So he didn't go to it. So he's always kind of like missed all his chances. So yeah, this is great. That's happened really. But.
Talk a little bit about this illness. When Alzheimer's come in, even at early stages, you just talked about your dad's personality change. That had to be really hard seeing him go from who you say he is when he sings and that personality to where you said it was aggressive, even violent.
It was an awful time. I mean, like Dad was never aggressive, but I was living down in London. My mum and Dad were back up in Blackburn, and I get these phone calls from my mum at work, and she'd be like, I hear my dad screaming in the background and being abusive. And it sounds awful to describe it, but Dad would never hit my mum, but I'd get phone calls with mum in tears. He'd drag her out of the kitchen by her hair and push her into a lounge. He'd be very kind of physical with her. And Dad was never this kind of abusive. He was accusing her of everything, like stealing money. When I go up there from London, it was the same kind of stuff. I used to, at night time, I was in a spare room, but I used to barricade myself in because otherwise he'd come in and, you know, he'd attack. You know, it was such an awful time. I kind of stress it. But the thing is, I didn't know anything about dementia. I just thought this is my dad becoming a horrible person. I didn't realise that, you know, it's part of the condition, really. And it's always frustration and fear. That's where it's all come from, really.
When you started doing music in the car, this evolved over time because you said you shared it with some friends and all of a sudden everybody wanted to see this. So tell us where we're at now, because you had an album a few years ago. There's a new album now. How can you get a man with Alzheimer's disease to record an album?
Yeah, well, it was really hit and miss. So basically we had the music on all the time. Music comes since I noticed Dad's personality changed in this. We just had the music on all the time in this, and he'd always burst into song singing, but it was quite difficult. So I had his backing tracks. If he was in that mood where he's happy and singing, I'd just get these headphones on and say, just record singing to this, Dad. And that's how it happened, really. So it was all really hit and miss. All this thing was kind of like, it wasn't sat down taking Dad to recording studio because we couldn't do that. It was literally in the lounge, really, Dad putting his headphones on and singing when he could. So that was the first album. And then, so we carried on recording bits and bobs afterwards. But then his disease got a lot worse. He was so more confused, and I was just focused on caring for him, really. And then obviously lockdown happened, and I was going through all my computer files, and I was like, oh, these actually sound pretty good, some of these. So I sent them across to a producer down in London who worked on my first album. And I said, are you able to put some tracks behind my dad's vocals? And then a couple of weeks later, he just messaged me back with, It Had to Be You. And it was just like this complete full big band sound. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. We can do something with this. So that's how it all came together, really.
What's the purpose of these albums? Because people like them? No, you're trying to do something positive with some revenue generated from these albums by your dad, right?
Yeah, so £5 goes to Alzheimer's Research UK, which funds research into dementia or diseases that cause dementia. And we're also supporting local dementia support groups. There's a dementia cafe, there's a singing group, there's a local church that provides another like dementia cafe for local people. These things are so important. Because like my mum and dad, they were so like isolated with dad's condition, because when dad was getting aggressive or he was acting odd, you know, they couldn't go to the normal places. So it was so important that they could go somewhere where no one would judge them in a way. You know, like the singing group was great because dad could just go there and he'd take control of everything. I mean, he'd be wandering around, you know, things would be going everywhere, but nobody judged him for anything. So, you know, I think that these groups are so important. So for us, it's really important to be able to put something back.
What would you say to someone who maybe their dad isn't a talented vocalist? Maybe they don't have an album that they want to do, but what would you say to a family that sees this and hears some of your story and they're dealing with this, whatever stage it is, maybe it's early on, and in realizing that one of their loved ones has dementia and that it's going to progress?
What would I say? I'd say it's not the end of the world. You know, it's difficult. I think the main thing is to try and get support, because there is support out there if you ask it. Try not to be isolated, you know, and try and find as much information as possible. I think because initially when dad was diagnosed, we had no information at all, you know, and we was very much on our own. So like I say, try and get as much information as possible, really. And don't be frightened to ask people for support, because if you ask people will actually they'll want to help, you know. So yeah, and don't like I say before, don't be it's not the end of the world. It's just a different part of life, I think.
And Teddy Mack has a new album out. Simon says you can find it online. It's songaminuteman.com. The new album is a big band collection, and money raised from it goes to Alzheimer's research in the UK, and eventually that helps out locally too. And there is a local option, both for information on the disease and to find support. You can also offer your financial support. Just visit www.alz.org, and you can connect with the local Alzheimer's Association. So this week in Jacksonville airs each Sunday morning at this time. I'm Kent Justice. Thanks for watching on air on Channel 4 and the CW17, and then online at news4jax.com or streaming on News4Jax Plus. We're going to leave you with a little more of Teddy Mack's music. Simon told me his favorite from his dad is Spanish Eyes.